able to piece them together and make a show is really just an awesome endeavor.
They put us right down into the type of work, editing machines and all that kind of stuff that they use basically, as far as I know, in Hollywood and all that.
The hands-on teaching is a great experience. There's no other real place that you can get hands-on experience as editing.
They can take people that just have no knowledge of computers at all, that can just bring them up from not knowing anything to being real artists in this and actually being able to start from scratch with a camera and shoot a whole movie.
So a good rule of thumb is when you're interviewing somebody, one of the first things you should do is ask them what their name is and please spell their name.
Just to the right of those two buttons is a slider switch.
We learned some awesome stuff. Like first off, they take you like almost directly right on the shoots inside the building. You'll do shoots with. We did interviews with people. We learned how to set up the lighting, 3-point lighting,
Or learning the software, or learning how to run the cameras, or lighting. The one-on-one teaching, they're good assistants. They help you with any difficult problems that you have.
In this class, we've learned how to basically capture film, edit it, and produce it just to make it into a commercial format, and just to take it and make it better, like the same way we see it on TV and commercials and things like that.
You're learning it at an awesome rate of speed, and it's just fun. You get to fool around with the rest of your classmates, make projects, have a great big team, and it's just an awesome thing that the media education is doing here.
We live in a pressure cooker, high-octane rat race society. You look at cell phones and pagers and laptops and Palm Pilots and MTV generation. So many people are looking for something to seize their attention.
I learned that it's not quite as complicated as it may seem, and as long as you have the right tools, all you need is a video camera and the right computer, and you can make a simple video. You can make even a complicated video just with a video camera and a computer, and it's not really as complicated as people may make it out to seem.
By whatever it is on television, whether it's crime, drugs, rap music, whatever it is. In a lot of cases, kids see stuff on television and they want to be like that because they think that that's where the glory is. Okay? But if you start to teach them this great tool and they manufacture a piece of innocence and excitement or whatever it is, something that's creative, and their friends are watching you do it, this kid do it, now they want to do it. When they see that you're the next door neighbor to me and you're doing it and it's for free and I'm watching you do it, and then you bring home a video or it's aired on television, I'm going to say, man, I want to do what you're doing.
More simple than you would think it is, with the basic equipment that you need, because many times people look at it as nowadays when they think about making a video and producing a video, they think about so much that you need and so much when actually it's so little that you need. And we made our own video in less than 3 hours, and that amazes me to realize, because I never really thought about that I could make a video in under 3 hours that's halfway decent. And so that's probably what I learned the most today.
Final Cut Pro, I've learned to not only edit clips together, lay the audio track down, raise the volume, decrease the volume on the audio, include graphics, transitions, and give a good final product if a customer were to come to me and ask me to do something for one of their programs, a commercial, an overview of what they're all about. I could do that.
I'm learning pretty much all the ins and outs of Final Cut Pro. Everything from audio and mixing different audio channels and bringing levels up and down throughout the video. Everything from that to video and animation and transitions, title overlays and how they're animated. Pretty much everything you could imagine is here.
Well, I've been certainly learning more about Mac-based video editing, which seems to be used by more professionals. I'm learning iMovie HD, Final Cut Pro, learning a lot about camera angles and you know, what to get for B-roll, things like that.
The teachers are great. They realize that hands-on is the best approach, and they are readily available to help you whenever you have a problem.
The teachers are just really friendly too. It's not like, you know, you're man, what are you doing? You messed up there, all that kind of stuff. They always encourage you, and then they kind of point you in the right direction that you're looking for.
They answer every question, they listen to you, and they work with you at your pace.
Everything that they teach us is easy to understand, and it's easy to learn from them. They're not too difficult or anything like that.
Looking for a new career? How about a future in movie and video production? Training classes are now available in Pensacola. In this 10-week hands-on training course, you will learn lighting, audio, editing with iMovie and Final Cut Pro, camera operations, multi-camera shooting, and much, much more. If you are looking for a change or just an exciting career, don't let this opportunity pass you by. For more information, visit www.digitalmediaeducation.com or call 877-816-7655.
Well, actually, I was passing through Pensacola on my way from vacation, and I was in a hotel clicking channels, and I saw an infomercial from Digital Media, and it was exactly what we wanted to do with our kids. We've learned how to set up our camera systems. We have learned how to do some editing. We are learning how to select the right kind of equipment that we'll need in the future, and as well as train. We're thinking about training now, and so we're getting ready to do that as well.
Yeah, very excited. We're all just excited, especially as we're having a chance to get and train other people, teach other people what it is that we're learning here.
I think I've got a whole lot to learn. I think I've learned a whole lot, but boy, I've got a great deal to learn. I need to get with a company like this that actually knows what it takes to get it done. It eliminates a lot of the guesswork of what we do.
I would say to any church, it's like buying a van for your church or any other major church purchase. You just make budget for it. People will donate to it if you present it in a manner that explaining to them what you're trying to do. People will get behind and rally behind it.
And it's fun once you really get into it, because you get to be creative with it, you know, your own way. You get to just put your mind, your imagination, just let it go wild with the things the projects that you create.
Digital media education is your key to a whole new world of creativity. A multimedia educational program that gives you the tools you need to bring your ideas and message to the world, teaching you audio and video studio production with knowledgeable instructors and real-world hands-on experience. So give us a call and come join us at Digital Media Education. Harness your creativity and bring the message to a digital world.
The Digital Media Education Program of Mobile, Pensacola, and Fort Walton is now registering for the video production classes. Learn how you can be a part of this media generation by registering now for next semester. Learn multi-camera production, producing, directing, editing, and build shows for your business, church, or personal interest. Begin a career in media at the Digital Media Education Program and register today for classes. 877-816-7655. You know, Lethal Weapon and Mel Gibson, and every commercial is like killing somebody, murder, and there's some little kid watching it saying, oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing about our culture that's so messed up. It has no reality of what is good and basic.
When I first heard of digital media education, I was very curious as to what it meant. What potential did it hold for our young people? Whenever I hear the word digital and media, my ears perk up, and I always think of the possibilities of having our youth involved in some sort of media exposure education that can impact people, and especially the immediate community and of course the world.
Digital media education is very important to young people. It opens an avenue to be able to do something constructive. And activities like this, that's the key.
This is a great way to quickly learn. Just because it's quick doesn't mean it's not quality. It's very high quality, very hands-on, very one-on-one, and you're gonna come away with knowing how to produce a quality product.
And I decided to take the class again because of how much fun it was. And now I'm actually interning. They have me teaching the classes and helping out with the students. And it's an awesome thing because not only I'm getting paid to help teach, but also I'm still learning as I'm doing it, because you're going over all the information in your head, and you're like, when a student raises their hand and like, hey, how do you do this? I'm like, and you gotta think about it, and then after you get it, it's like you're reteaching yourself everything that you might have forgotten or not realized, and sometimes you're learning new stuff just as they are.
And then you're done with that one, and then you're going to start another one. Same thing.
I would recommend on one page to take it seriously, but on the second page have fun, be creative with it. It's been a great experience for me so far. I've had a blast since I've been here. So just take it seriously, learn all he's got to teach, but then again have fun, be creative, and just go out and do it.
And there's over-the-shoulder shots or close-ups. The shots change, but he'll always be on this side of the screen, and I'll always be on that side of the screen. Or just like
anybody can learn this. DME takes you step by step. They go from the basic level, and then you just build. And as you're ready to learn something new, they teach it to you, and anybody could do it.
It's a big vision of theirs, and I think it's awesome just to get these, even like inner city kids and all that kind of stuff, just to give them these dreams and hopes of attaining to something that they might not have even thought that they could have done before, and they work here, and all of a sudden you're unlocking all this talent that they had inside of them, and you just see these kids that came in as shy or whatever, and they just flourish as they start typing on the computer, and you watch their project, and it's just like you're blown away. You're like, wow.
I'm enjoying it very, very much. I'm learning a whole lot of things that I didn't know as far as different tricks of trade of producing and things like that, and editing.
If you don't have video, you're getting left behind, because we're in a sight and sound generation. People are exposed to high quality video everywhere, from computers to video games, and we just need to bring the church in the 21st century.
And was pleasantly surprised that it's a wonderful class, and just a lot of creativity is involved in each and every project. So that's what I found out of it.
Yeah, after I graduate, I want to go straight into TV productions and direct and write scripts and make my own independent films, and get actors from around the colleges, give them experience and stuff, so that when they graduate, they'll say, I've done this and this, so they can go and do what they want to do and stuff.
This little triangle right here, and you kind of clip it right here.
I think it's a good class. I think it gives me a lot of experience and new ideas on how to do stuff.
Well, I think what DME has going here is an awesome opportunity, not only just to minister church-wise, but for anyone that's really interested in the video media aspect. I mean, we're learning stuff basically from what I was told from some of my friends that are in film stuff. We're basically learning the same stuff that they are, when they're paying $30,000 and, I'm paying not anywhere near that amount, and I'm learning the same information, getting the same information, if not more than what they're getting.
I can just simply say, as a pastor to other pastors, that this group, Digital Media Education, has done a phenomenal job. I've watched them firsthand. I've seen up front what they do in coming into a church and helping that church that had no video begin to develop video. I've watched their crew take time with members of the church that were selected and work with them, educate them, actually utilize them during the actual shooting of this conference, for example, that we've just been in the process of doing. And and I'm very impressed, and I would highly, highly recommend them to any pastor in any church wanting to explore this idea, and at least contact them, because they've got some ideas that probably all of us as pastors really need to hear and to understand, and they're committed by a vision. This is not just a job, and it's not just a workforce, it's not just a company, but it's birthed out of a vision, first of all, in the Brownsville Revival, to see what revival could do in media form in the church, and it's gone beyond that. So it's birthed out of something that is a call. And so when you have something that's a call, you're going to take greater care of it than if it's just something that you got it as a job. And so there's a fresh anointing on it, and I would just simply say that from everything that I know about it, they're highly qualified to help a church move into this arena that's never been involved into it before, or to help a church that is involved into it hone and perfect what they're doing to a greater, more professional, excellent degree.
The Digital Media Education Program of Mobile, Pensacola, and Fort Walton is now registering for the video production classes. Learn how you can be a part of this media generation by registering now for next semester. Learn multi-camera production, producing, directing, editing, and build shows for your business, church, or personal interest. Begin a career in media at the Digital Media Education Program and register today for classes. 877-816-7655.
Looking for a new career? How about a future in movie and video production? Training classes are now available in Pensacola. In this 10-week hands-on training course, you will learn lighting, audio, editing with iMovie and Final Cut Pro, camera operations, multi-camera shooting, and much, much more. If you are looking for a change or just an exciting career, don't let this opportunity pass you by. For more information, visit www.digitalmediaeducation.com or call 877-816-7655.
It's a common fact that over 60% of all advertising dollars are spent on media, and a successful media campaign can help launch a new business, whether large or small. Hi, I'm Pam Dowling, your media specialist for the Gulf Coast. Our digital media airtime packages have rates as low as $44 for a 30-minute show. And because our airtime packages are so affordable, you get more for your advertising dollars. If you are a church or house of faith, call us today and let us show you how you could possibly have your airtime for free. So if you're interested in owning the most affordable airtime on the Gulf Coast, call me, Pam Dowling, and we'll see you on the air.
Actually, today this is going on my 4th week, and we're already in a sound room mixing and working on a soundboard along with doing digital processor. I've already touched base with Pro Tools and advanced on a digital processor, along with the mixing board, and in the weeks to come, also laying down on tape and transferring it over to the digital side also.
Of course, watching the commercials, I was seeing people doing things in the digital media field, and I was like, man, I should be in that class. So therefore, I called a number that you see on the screen now, and I got in it. And it's full force. I love it. Wow. Live recordings, how to hook up microphones, hook up drums, how to capture different sounds and make effects, hallway sounds, and things just take sound to a whole nother level.
Well, my grandfather woke up one night and saw it on television, and he came over to my house the next morning and was telling me about it. And I'm one of those kind of people that I always want to try something new. And since I started the class, it's been really exciting and I've learned a lot of new things. Well, you actually have somebody come in and you record them and set up the mics, and then when they leave, you take the mix on a computer or a digital recorder and you use reverb and compressor and you try to get it to sound just right.
I was in my living room one night watching TV, and I was just flipping through channels and come across a commercial and decided to sit there and watch it for a few minutes. And I've been doing music for a while and just kind of flailing at it, kind of just winging it, and decided I needed time to get some structure into it, and decided this was a good thing. I went online and looked and liked what I saw, and so I signed up for
it. Great session. Musical groups and choirs, live, just great. I plan to take my learning to the next level, be able to help out other groups and ministries and take them to the next level in places they never thought they could go to. And me just being one little tool and getting them there.
I've been learning a lot. It's hard to put a finger on like any particular thing. It seems like we've been going over so much stuff, and I've been soaking up so much just from the basic stuff, from just the different cables and firewires and interfaces, and then jumping into Pro Tools, and then to the mixing board, and just the whole thing. It's been, it's just been like one thing after another, just kind of pounding on me. But it's really awesome to be able to soak it up.
I always had a passion in learning audio, and really just wanted to know the ins and out of it all, the start and the finishing. Just never known, what courses to take. So when my wife told me about the class, I immediately, wanted to take the class and learn all I could,
Well, when I first came in, I'm not familiar with Mac, so I had to get a little bit used to the operations of Mac, and then we went through learning how to set up the different options, the different channels for the faders, and setting all the for the different recording, and then we actually mixed a live group, and we set up all the microphones, did all the placements, and then we learned to balance each one of the instruments, starting with all the snare and the drums, and get them all properly mic'd, and get a balance on them. After we got all the singers and everything set up, which took us 2 or 3 hours to get it all balanced and allocated correctly, then we did a live recording.
And that's a great opportunity. That's a chance to get a job in a field that you know that you went to school for. It makes you feel special because you got something that everybody can't do.
Basically learning terminologies, learning how to use the Mac, how to set up for live recordings and things of that nature. Being able not only to learn, maybe one day to teach, and just learning the new tools and learning what they do and how to hook them up. And it's been a great experience. The sessions that we did, it was 2 gospel groups. One was both were very radiant, and we enjoyed both of them. They both had basically the same. They had keyboards, drummers, and also had guitar, bass, and lead guitars. They was distinct in sound, very distinct in sound. One had a little bit different sound than the other, but both were very, very good and very fulfilling.
Yes, actually last week we set in on a session which went really well. A great band, and learned actually a great deal, a lot, and setting in on another one tomorrow night also. You know, I didn't expect it to come so quick as it has.
I would like to be able to do to actually have a live band come in myself and just to set it up and record them and be able to re-record it on a CD and actually have somebody buy it.
Today we're actually working on mixing a product as far as the live recording session. Right now we're working on mixing and trying to get a complete package and trying to put the finishing touches and a little, I guess we say a little touch of gold on it.
Hopefully we can perfect the craft and you know, enjoy doing something not only for us, mostly for God, so He can get the glory out of it.
Is that Dawn's song, you know? Here, remind me, he does your sound check. I gotta get your signal.
Now I'm going to initiate what's the next one on the list? Snare. Okay, that's the snare.
To work in that environment, to get a chance to be, you know, have a chance to work in that environment, that is a blessing. And, I mean, it's something that we've been wanting for a long time, and God has blessed us to find an avenue to get us there. So, and what's great about us, we both enjoy doing the same thing. I mean, the audio and the video. Although I wasn't able to take the video class, but we both enjoy the video and the audio, and we both have the passion and both wanting to do the same thing. We both have the main common goal, and you know, that's exciting to be able to learn together and work together as a team and as a family also.
Program of Mobile, Pensacola, and Fort Walton is now registering for the video production classes. Learn how you can be a part of this media generation by registering now for next semester. Learn multi-camera production, producing, directing, editing, and build shows for your business, church, or personal interest. Begin a career in media at the Digital Media Education Program and register today for classes. 877-816-7655.